Hey, Michael.
Hi, Ben. How you doing?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah,
Good
nice
seeing
seeing you.
you. Yeah. We're super excited to have you coming to Midwest Uke Harmonica Camp. I've been trying to nail you down for a couple years now, and we finally got you, so that's going to be great.
This be fun.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and what's really cool having you there is that you teach both harmonica and ukulele.
Yeah,
So
that'll be fun.
you fit in perfectly, and maybe you can give us a little brief history of your musical journey, both with harmonica and ukulele, and maybe we can do a little sample of some of the things you'll be teaching.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I've got some star harmonica players there. I got to live
Yeah.
up to this. Well, a little bit about me. My journey started with the harmonica because I didn't play any music, and I came to this later on in life. And I was probably 45, 40, something like that. I couldn't play any instruments. But I went to the Cracker Barrel one day, and they were selling these, after my meal, they were selling these harmonicas when you look down. And I thought, well, this is pretty cool. And I was drinking coffee at the time, working for Federal Express. I wanted to stop drinking coffee, and I thought, maybe if I get a harmonica, I can do this and drive out in the country, and I
Oh,
won't
geez.
drink, I'm out in the country. But it also, there was a book right next to the harmonica called Harmonica for the Musically Hopeless by John Gendick. And I thought, okay, what can it hurt? And it came with a cassette. So that's how long ago it was. So I took it home and I started leafing through the book, and the book is really, really funny. It's made for kids, really, really funny. Um, but he didn't really teach you a lot of songs. He taught you these bluesy little riffs to play as you go along. And then once you learn the bluesy little riffs, you put them together and you've got a solo. Now, later on, after you get used to that, you can pick out songs, you can pick out melodies. And from that point on, that's how I started playing the harmonica. So I used to do that 20 minutes going down to Sycamore, Illinois, 20 minutes back, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. So one thing led to another. I got the next cassette after that, and he showed me different positions, how to play, different melodies, and that's basically how I started. And from that on, I've been playing the harmonica ever since. You know,
Wow. Now, is
yeah.
this a thing that like FedEx trains its drivers to do, or
Well, you're so bored. I was out in the country and I had 20 minutes to just get to my area. I was out in the country.
right?
And I thought, what else can I do? So,
Yeah, play the
uh,
harmonica. You should.
that's
Did you ever get a neck rack so you could
no,
just
the funny thing is, I see people who have the neck rack. I actually have one. It's been
right?
there for 20 years. Now, I usually will play one and play the other, but you never see me with the neck rack because I can never get used to that thing.
Yeah,
I never can.
it's
So I
hard.
always
Yeah.
just play, by myself, and that works for me. But I had some great people like Charlie McCoy. So I wanted to learn how to play a lot of country stuff because I noticed everybody plays the blues, but nobody played a lot of country. And I
Yep.
was playing with bluegrassers at the time. So all those little things that they do, and they almost play like a fiddle. So I thought, okay. And then I also went after Buddy Green, who is an excellent player, and he kind of falls on the, but he plays with the Gaithers. He played a lot of gospel and that type of stuff. And then after that, Sonny Terry, because that fit into my blues side, acoustic blues side, Sonny Terry, along with Brownie McGee for guitar. And those are the three that I mainly stayed with acoustic. Then there's Little Walter when it came to amplified harmonica.
Yeah.
So, and that started costing money.
Yeah. Right.
With
Right.
the
Right.
mic and the amp, like, okay, so.
Well, then you pick up the ukulele, and you were probably playing that as a FedEx driver as well.
Well, I started off with resonator guitars. I love the sound of the
Oh
slide, and
yeah,
I love that.
absolutely.
Okay, so, and I learned a lot about them. I've owned 7 National guitars. I've gone through the steel body. I've gone through the wood body. I've had the tricones. I've had the single cones. I've tried all of them. And then I also went to the square neck.
Right.
So I learned how to play that tuning, which is GBD, GBD. And then I noticed that the round neck slide guitars, you can't do that tuning. It's too much stress on the neck. So it's a D, G, D, GBD. So it's a little different, but you can still do certain things with it. And each tuning lends itself, which led me into open tuning.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't bring those with me. So I thought I needed something I could travel with. And there was a ukulele. And I thought, okay, if I lost that, okay, I won't spend a lot of money. I didn't really see how serious of an instrument the ukulele was. I didn't know this at the time. So I used to get one to hum and strum and do stuff. And after a while, I noticed that the chords were kind of like the guitar in standard tuning. And I thought, oh, okay, so I can do something here. I don't have the two lower notes, but I can still do something here. And I had that high G, and I'd play and get some sound out of it. And somebody ran across and said, well, have you ever tried putting a low G on your ukulele? And I didn't know anything about it. Once I did that, oh man, now the blues came. And from that point on, so yeah, that's how I went into the ukulele. But by me playing open tunings with the banjo and mandolins and resonator guitars, I noticed I can bring that into the ukulele. And a lot of times that's what you'll see me, that's what I'll do. And I'd like to teach that to everybody else if you want to.
Cool.
It's called slack key, but in America,
right, the Hawaiian, right.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you show us a little bit about, just like quickly, kind of just show us the open tuning, what you do with slide, and then also how you emulate the banjo rolls and things like that.
Oh, sure thing. So,
do you have any ukuleles back there? Let's see.
Let's see.
A few.
Well, yeah, I got a few over there.
Yes.
They
and a
just
few more somewhere else.
Yeah, they just come to me. I don't know what it is. They just show up,
That's right.
This one has a low G. So what I've done was I've taken this A string and I've lowered it to a G. Right. So we have a G, C, E, G, and which makes this, since it's a short neck, open C. It's just an open C tuning. So you can basically play. So I'll give you a for instance. When I teach a class, I'm also going to show you chords that you can play. Which would be your C, your F, G7. This is a G, like that. There's a C down here. So these are chord shapes, and it might sound a little daunting in the beginning, but they're really not. Once I show you how to do this, you can just put these together and play them. But here's a banjo roll. Okay. There's one called a forward roll, which is here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you have a high G, it'll sound just like a banjo, but this is a low G. But you can use this. And that's the forward. Now we can go forward and backwards. Like that.
Okay, yeah.
So when you put those together, you've got and it starts to spice up your picking. Just like that. So that's just a forward and a backward roll.
Okay.
Playing that stuff. You can also, in this tuning, like I say, you can make it sound like a banjo of, you know. You can do that. Also in this tuning, you can pick up a slide and so you have the blues there. You have country here. You can play country. There's a lot of things that you can do here. So the open tuning lends itself to basically an expression. If you are the type of person that likes to express yourself, once I show you just a few chords, a few chord shapes, you can do a whole lot with this tuning, a lot with this tuning. And it also leads you into learning how to play the banjo, if you wanted to. Some people play claw hammer. I'm not good at it. My brain doesn't think that way. I'm more of a Scruggs style 3-finger picker. But I love the claw hammer sound. I'm just not good at it.
Yeah, and the claw hammer sounds nice with the high G.
Beautiful with the high G.
Right,
Beautiful.
Right.
But all that to say, with this tuning, if this were a baritone, we would be in open G tuning.
Right.
So I can show people I can show you that, how to play the same chord shapes you can use in open C, you can use in open G. They're just called something totally different.
Key. Right.
Different, totally different.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I think so many people that aren't familiar with the ukulele are really just getting started with it. It's pretty much strum and sing, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But there are so many other things you can do. It's such a versatile instrument, and
very much so.
These open tunings are great. I play in open C some myself, more chords, but just having like that drone string, you can have a G chord, but it doesn't sound like your typical G chord. Or
no, not at all. Just you can a chord like this.
That's cool.
Straight from a banjo.
What was that?
That's straight from a banjo. So, and just so I could real quick, I just tuned it right back up to an A.
Yeah. Okay.
So, in some of these classes, also, once we are not doing standard tuning, we can go right into some blues if you want, like. We can do all that stuff. It's cool how versatile this little instrument is that I have found that I used to laugh at in the beginning. I used to think, these ukulele people, they're crazy. Because
they are. They are crazy. That's okay.
I watched the Mighty Uke. I watched the Mighty Uke and I thought, right. Now I'm one of those people.
That's right. That's right. You've been assimilated. So, well, this is great, Michael. We're really looking forward to having you there, and I think your classes. Not only are you going to help people get started on harmonica, just like you got started, but except for the FedEx truck, and but really expand some horizons with the ukulele. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to have to make sure I'm able to stop in a couple of your classes while I'm there too.
Oh, I like that. I will tell everybody I am a out of the box thinker when it comes to this. I used to sit in class and they go, oh. For me, I like to step outside and be creative and do things. Yeah. And my classes, you will find that I want you to be able to learn something before you walk out, whether it's harmonica, ukulele, whatever it may be. I want you playing, but I want it when you go home. Don't just throw the stuff aside. I want it so that, hey, now Mike showed us this, and that was interesting. Let me practice that, and that's what I
Right.
want. So that's my goal.
That's great. That's
Yeah,
very
that's my
cool.
goal.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you. Let's see, what is July 11th through 13th
Yeah.
in Toledo,
Hey,
Ohio,
yep.
just down the road from you a ways. You're not too far
I have to go through
down over.
Chicago.
Yeah, well, that's always the crapshoot, right?
That's
Sometimes you
the only
breeze
thing for
right
me.
through, other times it's like sitting
Yeah,
in traffic. But
but yeah, I have to leave. Just so you know, I have to leave my house at 3 a.m. because I'm at the top. I'm right at Wisconsin. So
right, right.
2 hours to Chicago, go around, and then if I wait any longer than that, I'm in Chicago traffic
Yep,
for
it's
2 hours.
crazy.
So
It's
that
crazy. So, well, great. Well, plan early so you get there on time. But
I will.
we'll see you in July, Michael. This will be great.
All
Looking
right, it's
forward to
been a
it.
pleasure. Thank you. Can't wait to see you guys.
It'll be great. See ya.
Sounds good.